He posted a video explaining why the snow does that. Yeah, explain.
Oh.
Let everyone know.
So the fake snow melt, there's an explanation for it. Alright guys, so I am coming into the first race of the week. I typically go with race B. I just happen to like group 3 or group 4 cars. Sometimes there's a race A with group 3 or group 4. I tend towards race B, and that's what we're getting. So let's see. Dragon Trail Gardens. So I've definitely driven that track before. It does give me problems sometimes. We are group 3, so let's go check out and see what cars are on the leaderboard. So we've got the Huracan GT3 2015. We got the RCZ or RCZ for my British friends. 911 RSR. So I'm gonna go with the Huracan, and we'll do a couple laps. I know my big head is in the way, and we can't really see the time for PX7 Def Sun, but I'm guessing it's in the 128 range. At any rate, I come here first to see what cars there are, and then I go pick my car. So let's go qualify. And look at that, there's the Huracan GT3 in the Edwin Quinn livery. Look at that. The black, red, and gold representing. Alright, so what I like to do, if it's a track that I've done before, I'll get out here and drive it first, and then I'll watch the Ghost after. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive it, see how well I do. I'm not going to load the Ghost just yet. That was just force of habit. I'm going to check my car settings and make sure my power level and my weight reduction levels are as high as they can be. I've been talking all day, okay? Give me a break. Alright, so we will put down a few laps and see how we do. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to doing this course because the last time this track was on the daily races, I wasn't very good at it. And I've improved slightly just in terms of being able to diagnose corners and vehicles. So I'll be, by the end of the week, I'll be better than I have in the past. But at the beginning of the week, yeah, I'm pretty horrible, as you can see, which is kind of why I wanted you to get an idea of what does it look like when Edwin Quinn gets on the track at the beginning of the week. It's bad. Alright, so one thing that I'm picking up on, or getting reacclimated to rather, is where are my shift points? So I know where I redline is at about 8,500, and then I start eyeballing how fast am I going, what's my speed at 8,500. This is probably horrible to watch. It's really painful to drive. Alright, so 110 going from 3rd to 4th. 132 going from 4th to 5th. This first lap doesn't really count on the out lap. I never do well on my out lap. So 139. Already 1.3 seconds ahead. So I mentioned the shift points. When I do ultimately watch our leader drive the course, one of the things I'll watch for at one point is where does the leader shift. I'm assuming that the leader is a bit more advanced and probably understands where the optimal shift point is, which is not always at redline. And I'm using the terms incorrectly. When I say redline, I'm actually referring to the rev limiter. And the rev limiter is where it bounces. Yeah, I keep losing my back end around these turns. So when I can, when it makes sense, I like to get out here and get comfortable with a few laps first. That way, whenever I watch the leader drive the course, I have a frame of reference to know, well, what speed, or generally what speed am I carrying through that turn? It's not like I have them memorized, but I do have a general idea. Yep. So driving the course, even though I am, again, horrible, I don't know if I've mentioned that before, helps me to get a little bit of muscle memory for the layout of the course. I have driven it before, but it's been, several weeks. So I want to be able to anticipate the turns. I do have a map. I'm not very good at using the map. Maybe just to remind me that a sharp corner is coming up, or that a right-hander or left-hander is coming up. But since I've been recording, my big head picture and video feed is right over top of that. Alright, so I'm going to put down one more lap. And then what I do, I go watch the ghost, start picking up a couple things, and then start breaking down the corners. I look for turning points, braking points, what gear to carry speed through. And given that the leader is at a 128, I expect that by the end of the week, I will be at about a 130 or 131. You wouldn't believe it by watching me drive now, because this is pretty bad. But I will find speed simply because I'll study. Alright, so I drove a few laps. I'm relatively consistent around the 138s. 139. I know that I could probably get better as I keep going, but I'm gonna go level up and by watching the leader, and then we'll come back and hopefully we'll start seeing some 136s and 137s, and then progress as we go along. Maybe I'll do a race today just to get in there. It's definitely different. qualifying versus racing. I do race just for the practice of it. So, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to go watch the leader.